What's up, my friends? It's Aquila, and today we are going to break down Battlefield, which is the latest track of mine. And I did this one with Hausverstand. He's a good friend of mine. He's also living in Vienna. I'm gonna walk you through the project. I'm gonna show you everything I did. And in case if you haven't heard the track, you can listen to it here. If you want to support the channel, make sure to stream it or leave me a feedback on Instagram, which is at aquila.music. Without further ado, let's get into Ableton. So here we are in Ableton Live, and this is the project. And right at a glance you can see that I have 112 tracks, but most of them are FX tracks. So the core elements of the track are pretty slimmed down to just a few. Alright, starting off with the main strings, which is this one. Pretty basic one. I'm also adding a vinyl FX to that, which is just some random crackle. And a bed. And that's pretty much the whole intro part. And then some ambient shots come in. Those are like just some MHA ambience shots. Few of them do have a reverb on them, but nevertheless, let's move on. I'm then introducing a bass, which is a respace, I guess. Yeah, it's a vital bass with just a little bit of EQ and filtering. Playing this one in G, A sharp and F. Pretty basic, it's just those three notes the whole time. And then in the drop section, the chords do switch a little bit. It's not the same phrasing of the chords, but it's similar. I'm gonna show you that later. So there is some impact here, which is from Ultrasonic. Also, I will add some snares and lifters. Like so. Those are just some random snare rolls. Pretty much sampled everything over here because it fitted so well. So if it fits well, then why not use samples? It's not a crime to do so, so I thought, why not? Main melody is programmed or played by me anyway, and so is the drums and stuff. So yeah, nothing to be ashamed of. Let's check out the drums. Those are the drums in the build-up. I'm automating the gain to make it quieter before the drop. And you can see on the drum bus then the gain increases to 0 decibels, so the drop hits harder. I do have a kick, I do have some clap loops, I do have a snare added. I then do add some percussions and some shakers. Shakers to have the Haas effect on, so I get more width on the shakers, and then halfway through the drop I'm adding some rides. Also some fills. You can also hear some toms in the background, just giving some more groove towards the whole drum pattern. And then in the drop section, I do have some vocal drones playing along with the drums, like so. Some added effects. And later on I have some drop shots added as well. along with all the effects. So let's move on to the most important part. This one is going to be the bass and leads. As you can see, I do have 4 instances of bass, starting with the sub. Basic sub bass. I just increased the lows a little bit. That was pretty much where during the mastering session, because I felt like the low end was missing. I'm compressing, I'm distorting a little bit, and I am saturating here. And then second one, just a thin high-end bass to give it some crisp, and then there is the main bass. I do feel like I had to increase 110 Hz here. I really don't know why. And later on, when we move towards the second part of the drop, we're gonna add another bass here, like with the drums. And then on top of that, I do have the bass grouped together and did some EQing. I did some filtering here. Those are mostly just for filtering out frequencies whenever I don't need it. Like for example, if I'm cutting the sub bass or something. And also there is an automated sidechain for every bass in the group. And then I do have the leads. Well, first of all, let's break down the main leads. Pretty simple, like bass housey lead from Vital. Also, this one is supporting it. This is the bass from the intro, just doubled over here, and then I got one other. And then in the second part of the drop, I'm actually adding 2 more like sounds to it, which are as follows. Those give some variations towards the lead, so let's listen to that in a package. Processing wise, I do have a saturator. Like when I'm recording my screen and I'm opening the plugins, I really can't see them. They appear in a different window, so you just gotta live with that. Now it's a distortion plugin here. I got the glue compressor to make the group work more together, and then I do have a effect track where I just use some reverb and some dry signal and combine them with the gold plate preset, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. And also then I'm sidechaining the whole group towards the leads, well, the reverb group we're speaking, so the ducking gets even more intense and the reverb doesn't clash with the dry signal at all. Then do have some OTT, you can screenshot my preset if you want. Some high-end boost from Mac EQ4, and then also some automated like sidechain compression to make the kick pop through. So all together groovy. In the second drop, then I decided to give a little break at the start where the kick doesn't play at all. When you do those tricks, just be careful with the sidechain compression, because if you keep the sidechain compression on without the kick, it mostly sounds trash in most cases. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say here is that there are no real secrets towards this production. I just put everything together pretty well packaged, and then all of a sudden it worked. And I've had this project for like ages before I sent it to Hausverstand to browse on ideas to bring it to the next level. So yeah, it's really no magic over here in this project. Like this synth. And then there is some vocal beds as well. and all together, that's the whole project. Let's touch the master. There is one little secret trick I'm using, which is this one, where I just send the leads towards a return track which has a rectifier on it, and then the lead gets even more squashed in the end. So if I switch that towards my mixer view, you can see this was just a saturated signal from the return track to make the leads even more gluey and work together as a whole. And then I'm also sending the bass towards that. I'm also compressing the bass and lead group with a Shadow Hills, so just more compression on the bass and leads group. Alright, that's it for this project. Let's see what we got one more time for the drop. Let's go! So yeah, guys, that's it for the production of Battlefield. As you can see, it doesn't need to be complicated to sound complicated, because this is a fairly easy-made project. It took a really long time to mix it well and master it, though, but still the idea is really simple. So yeah, with that being said, enjoy your day and peace.